Hey guys, so I wanted to make a follow-up video, like I said, about my first haul that I posted on Candles by Victoria. So I haven't melted or burned all of my wax candles and scent shots, but I did melt a lot of scent shots and I did burn 2 candles, even though it probably doesn't look like it. And I want to go ahead and tell you what I think about the ones so far, because I'm actually getting ready to place a second order because I want to test out some of her other scents and buy some of the larger pre-made candles. I think it's like the bowls, the ones that have all the decorative things on it. I don't know what they're called, but like the larger ones that are beautiful, like the s'mores and all of that. So I'm going to place an order tonight for those so I can get them in time for Christmas, but I wanted to go ahead and tell you about these. So, like I said, that's what I'm going to do, and let's get started. Okay, so the first candle I have here is Pumpkin Frappuccino. And like I said, I'm just going to review the ones that I've already smelled and melted and burned. So this one to me did not give off a scent really at all. And I had it burning for about, I would say, an hour. And another thing I noticed is that the wicks like break apart really easily. Like I've never had that problem before. Like I feel like the wicks split and form those little balls on it. So that was quite surprising. I understand why she has on the bottom that you need to blow it out and trim it every 2 to 3 hours, because the wick will like split like crazy. So let me smell this again. And it does smell like pumpkin. Don't get me wrong. I really like the way this smells cold. Like you can smell the coffee a little bit, but when I lit it, I didn't smell anything. And I live in a 1-bedroom apartment. So this is a small candle, but I couldn't smell anything. So I don't know if it's just my nose or what, but my nose is sensitive. So I almost think that melting this like on the tart warmer might be a better idea. I'm not really sure about this size of candle from even my small apartment. So I like the way this smells cold, but I didn't really smell anything warm. So that's definitely a problem. And then this other one is Sugared Spruce. And this is the one that people say smells more like a real Christmas tree than the Christmas tree scent. And I had a problem burning this. You can't see it right now because I fixed it, but I let this burn for almost as long as the first candle I showed you. And it just kept going like down and down and down. And it was leaving like all this whole side like with unburnt or unmelted wax. Like it was so weird. Like it wasn't fully melting all the way around, which it's supposed to. So I kind of had to like nurture it and baby it to get it flat again. So I'm really, really hoping that because I gave it like an even melt, manually with the lighter, that it's gonna recognize that and continue to go down. But let me go ahead and smell it one more time. And I don't know, if you watched my last haul that I did on the Bath & Body Works Slatkin & Company candles, I talked about a candle called Evergreen, and that smells like a Christmas tree to me. This, I don't know. It just smells kind of weird, I guess. I wouldn't say it smells like a pine tree or like a Christmas tree. I think maybe it's a little artificial. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's just okay. And I could smell it when I lit it, so that's good. But I don't know if I'd reorder this or not. I mean, it's great that other people like it, but maybe just because I smelled the Evergreen one is why I like that one more. So that's that candle. And now all of my scent shots. So the first one I have here is Pumpkin Cheesecake. And I melted this today, and I actually really like this. When I smell it, it just smells like straight pumpkin to me with maybe a little hint of like cloviness or a little spice of some sort. I don't smell the sweetness of the cheesecake at all. So when I melted this, I actually really like this. Not for the cheesecake, but just for the pumpkin part. If you've smelled Bath & Body Works Slatkin & Company, I think it's called Pumpkin Pickin', this and that smells exactly the same. So I'm kind of confused as to why this is called cheesecake when I just smell a good pumpkin. And for me, out of all the pumpkin scents that I've smelled so far, this is the one that smells the most like just plain pumpkin. And I really do like that about this scent shot. So I would consider purchasing this one again. And then the next one I have is Best Friends, and I melted this today, and I actually don't like it at all. And a lot of people like it, so don't hate me, but I just feel like it's really artificial. I don't know. The berries is just so overpowering, and I guess all of the berries mixed together just smells fake to me. So if you love it, I'm sorry, like I said, but I just don't like this, and I'm not going to purchase this one again. And then the next one I have is lemon pound cake, and a lot of people say that it smelled like lemon poppy seed muffin. And when I first smelled it cold, I thought it smelled so good. But when I melted it, the lemon just overpowered it so much. And I couldn't smell any of the cake aspect at all. So I don't really know about this one. I just feel like the lemon is so overpowering. And in the cold state, the lemon smells real. But when you melt it, I think it starts to smell a little bit artificial. And that's kind of sad because I really want to like a lemon scent. I really do. So this one, I don't know. I don't think I'd purchase it again just because the lemon scent is a little artificial when melted. So yeah, that's that one. And then this one is caramelized pralines. And I melted this one today, and I was kind of nervous about melting this because, like I'll talk about later, I melted pumpkin pralines first, and I didn't like that, which I'll talk to you about after. But this is caramelized pralines, and to me, when I smell it, it just has a really weird smell to it. You can smell caramel and sugar, and I'm not really a big fan of caramel. And then there's this other scent, which just smells like very flat to me, if that makes sense. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's not like a bread scent. It just smells like nothing, I guess. Like a really weird like note that just makes it smell kind of like blah. I don't really know how to describe it. But when it's melted, oh my gosh, it smells so good. It just smells like sweet and caramely, and it's not too sweet and caramely. And I should have mentioned this before, but all of the scent shots, I've decided to melt them all in one piece just because I want to get the full amount of scent that I can. And I think my nose is very sensitive, and I feel like with some of these candles, if I didn't put the whole thing in, I would have barely been able to smell it. So I've just been melting the whole thing and then popping them out and putting them in these bags. And I've kind of been going through one or two each day just so I can get through as many as I can so I know which ones I want to repurchase when I place my order later. So yeah, like I said, I would consider purchasing this one again, but there might be other ones I like better in the future that would stop me. And this is one of the first ones I burned or melted. This is apple gingerbread spice, and this just smells so good. It does not smell artificial at all. It just smells like a apple gingerbread muffin or something. It just smells so great. And I brought this over to my parents for Thanksgiving, and everyone said that they love this so much. So I might end up getting a larger candle for one of them for Christmas. So yeah, I really recommend this one, and I probably will get another one for myself in the near future. And then this is pumpkin pralines, like I said. I don't really like the way this smells cold. It just has that really weird, like, blah, flat smell. I can't think of how to describe it. It just is not sweet, and it's not sour. It's just kind of, like, there, I guess, along with the pumpkins. Maybe it's because it's, like, a nut flavor. I'm not really sure. But I don't really like this, and I'm not going to reorder, which is weird because I like pumpkin, but I like the other pumpkin scent that I mentioned first, pumpkin cheesecake, better. So that's that one. And then the next one I also melted at my parents' for Thanksgiving, and this is Christmas Memories, and this just smells so good. I really like it because, you know, I don't like cinnamon, and this is just like berries and sweet citrus, and everyone liked this one too because it was very faint, and I don't know if it necessarily reminded me of like the cozy Christmas, more of like the brisk snow air or like cold air Christmas. It's really hard for me to like think of scents when it comes to like weather because where I live, the weather really doesn't change. It's hot almost all year round, but this reminds me of maybe like walking out the front door when it's cold, you know, and smelling the fresh air and like, you know, blowing air out and seeing the, you know, the cold air come out of your mouth. Like that's what this reminds me of, not like a cozy. So that was Christmas Memories. And then this one I love so much. This is Love Spell, the dupe for Love Spell by Victoria's Secret, which I own. And this smells so, so good. It's a dead-on dupe. The only thing about this, which is not really a complaint, is that I can't leave it on for like a long, long period of time just because it's so overpowering if you leave it on. that you'll get a headache, or at least I will. But I really, really like the way this smells, and I might end up getting a bigger candle, but I definitely will purchase some sort of size of Love Spell again. So that's that one. And then this is Eucalyptus Spearmint, which I wanted to love so much because I love this one from Slacken & Company that Bath & Body Works makes. But this is just overpowering spearmint. That's all I smell is spearmint, like a pack of spearmint gum. So, I don't know. I'm going to order a eucalyptus scent shot by itself, and maybe I'll like take some of that and take some of this because I want the eucalyptus to overpower the spearmint. So maybe I can come up with my own little recipe and see how that goes. But I don't hate this one. If you want spearmint, then get this one. But I think she has a spearmint candle that's just spearmint. So, you know, it's not bad. I will melt it again. And then this one I love also because this is Enchanted Apple. And this I purchased because I have a body splash that is Enchanted Apple by Victoria's Secret. And this smells just like it. Maybe a tad bit weaker, not as strong, but it just smells so, so good. It smells like a Macintosh apple with perfume in it, pretty much. And I can let this go for hours and hours, and it just smells so good to me. So this would be a scent that I would be wanting to burn year-round, all the time. I just really, really love this. It didn't really give me a headache at all, which was nice, but it gets to the point, I'm sure, with everyone where it's like, all right, I've had enough of that smell, and that's how it goes with this. You know, after a couple of hours, it's just like, all right, no more scent, or, you know, you need to leave or something. And then the last one I have is Blueberry Cobbler, and I purchased the blueberry cheesecake in the candle, which I have yet to burn. And this one I've melted, and smelling it cold, it smells so good. It smells like real blueberry, and you can smell like the sugary crust, in my opinion. And when I melted it, though, it totally took on a different smell as to where the blueberry smelled really, really artificial. And I'm not sure if that's just because I'm putting the whole thing in. Maybe I should put less than the whole thing in, but from what I smelled, it's just really artificial when melted, and I don't really like that very much. So once I decide to burn the blueberry cheesecake, I'm going to come back in my next review and compare them together to let you know which one I like more. But this one I'm not going to reorder yet until I figure out something. I don't know. I'm not going to reorder this one yet. And then this little container I have over here is the lemon ginger snap pie, and that's what I actually have melting in my Tarte warmer right now. And to be honest with you, it smells almost the same thing as the lemon pound cake. I can't really smell that much of a difference. The lemon is slightly weaker, not as strong. I'm gonna have to smell it some more when I get off camera, but the lemon is still really, really strong, like artificially strong, so I'm not really sure about this one either. I really want to find a lemon scent that I like, though, because I really like lemon. I just don't want it to be like crazy, crazy strong lemon. So maybe I'll have to get like a citrusy type lemon candle instead of like the dessert type candle. Alright guys, so that's the end of my first review for Candles by Victoria, and I really do like these, this company so far. You know, there's some that I don't like and some that I think that are great, but I just can't wait to, you know, finish melting everything that I have and really write down and decide which ones that I'm going to purchase for the order after the next one. And I wouldn't purchase another order so soon, but I want to get those candles, you know, the really nice, you know, candles for Christmas, you know, the ones that she has, like the s'mores and the pumpkin, little, I don't know what they're called, but I want to get some of her pre-made, like the Cinnabon that looks like a Cinnabon. Like, those are so cool to give us Christmas gifts, especially like the bread pan one. I think I might get one of those with the apple gingerbread spice in it. So that would be a really cool combination. But anyway, so that's the end of my video. If you guys have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them down below and I will be happy to answer them for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.